Long time no see.
Biagio, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Just glad I got the win.
How'd it feel to get your first win in Vegas?
Oh man, I'm super grateful. I was definitely nervous as soon as the fight started. Of course, every fighter's nervous before a fight. But my coach screamed, "Calm down!" And then that's kind of when I started to calm down a little bit more and get a little bit more comfortable. So grateful for the win. I got my first win in Vegas. I wanted to, show the people of my town, my hometown, all the hard work I've been putting in, and it's only going to get better from here. So.
You said throughout this fight camp that pressure really hasn't got to you because your name and you've had the lights and cameras in front of you since your football career. But now that this fight's over, was there a little bit more pressure on you this fight camp being in Vegas?
Yes, I would be lying if I said no. I definitely feel the pressure. I battle the pressure every single day. So it's just, like I said, I think what's more important is dealing with the pressure. But yeah, I definitely felt the pressure, fighting in Vegas. I got the crowd cheering for me. I have so much expected of me. I'm Muhammad Ali's grandson. If I lose, they're going to say, oh, Muhammad Ali's grandson's not what we thought. There's just so much that's going to be said if I lose and stuff like that. So yes, the pressure is always going to be there. But I'm just grateful and alhamdulillah that I got the win tonight.
And finally for me, PFL is going to Atlanta next. Are you hoping to hop on that card?
Yeah, I want to get as many fights as I can. The experience that I'm getting right now as an amateur fighting on this stage it's priceless experience. No other amateur, I think, is getting experience like this, exposure like this. So I'm gonna take advantage of this and just get better and better and better.
Biagio, can you kind of explain what the ring walk was like? It seemed that you were kind of hyped up while you were walking down to the octagon. Just how was that moment like?
Oh man, I was taking in all the energy from the crowd. I'm fighting in Vegas. I know a lot of people here in Vegas. I grew up here in Vegas. I played at Bishop Gorman High School. I had a successful run there in Vegas. So I'd say my name is a little bit relevant in the city in terms of what I did in football and now what I'm doing in combat sports. So the crowd was fuming me, and I was hype. I was ready to go, and yeah, I was ready to go.
I remember you said your very first wrestling practice, you were crawling by the end of it, but you showed some really good takedown defense in this fight. Can you just talk about how much you've improved on the grappling side of it?
Yeah, I feel like I could have done a lot better in this fight in terms of sticking to my jab. Going into this fight, the game plan was to kind of use that jab to find him, find where he's at, and I think in the back of my head, I knew he was going to try to wrestle me. So I think that's why I was a little bit hesitant to using my jab and setting up my right hand, because my right hand is really strong. Yeah, I knew he was going to try to shoot. I'm a striker, right? So I'm a boxer, so people are going to try to wrestle me and stuff like this, but I have great takedown defense. The past 3 camps, I've only been grappling and wrestling, so my wrestling and my grappling's gotten a whole lot better. But yeah, like I said, in the back of my mind, I kind of knew he was going to shoot, so that's why I think I was a little bit hesitant to using my jab to set up my power hand.
And just last thing for me, it feels like with your last thing, you already got a target on your back, but it feels like the more you win, you're going to get just even more pressure and more pressure. Just how are you kind of preparing for that?
What I'm doing now, I feel like there's nothing else I can really do to prepare for that. That type of stuff is hard to prepare for, so it's how you deal with it. How do you mentally deal with this type of pressure? How do you mentally deal with a big target on your back? These are things that I try to improve and I work on every single day. So, I pray a lot. I'm very, very close to God. God is limitless in what He can do for me and other people and anybody who worships Him. So it's just dealing with the pressure. There's no one answer to dealing with it.
One more thing for me. Do you kind of do what your grandfather did? That self-talk of like, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. Do you do that often?
I do it all the time. I do it, I work at a nightclub here, so it's really, really loud. And usually if you're self-talking at the grocery store, it's a little weird. But I work at a nightclub and it's really loud. So now, if you were to see me self-talking at the nightclub, you'd probably just see yeah, it would be kind of normal. So, yeah, I do that a lot.
What do you think your grandfather would say to you right now after this one tonight? I know it's the beginning of what is going to be a long journey for you, but what do you think he would tell you?
He would tell me he's proud of me and stay humble. Those are the 2 things he would say. When I was a kid, he said stay humble. I'm going to take that with me for the rest of my life.
Biagio, you came out to act
was my decision, and I think the lyrics, I'm too fast for y'all, man. That I wanted to, use that. And I like Ludacris, so yeah.
You talk about the influence of your grandfather and then wanting to be your own person.
Yeah.
But the speed that you demonstrate, where are you going to separate that?
The speed in terms of what kind of speed? Like
The speed
hand speed.
hand
Yeah.
speed that you demonstrated is your grandfather. So what are you going to do different?
We're in different sports. I'm in MMA. Definitely, I definitely got the speed. I think inherited a little bit, the explosiveness inherited. He had a really good right hand, and he used his jab a lot. If you watch him, he kind of circles out, and he's using his jab to set up his right hand. In MMA, I can't really do that sometimes because I'll get low kick, kind of like I did in the fight. I got low kick twice, and there were some good low kicks. So I wanted to kind of adjust myself and use my jab differently. I didn't really use my jab as much as I wanted to because, like I said, I was expecting him to shoot for takedowns and do that, and I was a little bit hesitant to using my jab because I felt like he was going to time that and to come in for a shot. So once my coach said, settle down, that's kind of when I started to get a little bit more calm. My coach said speed change, which means kind of back him up and set up the right hand, and that's exactly what I did, and that's what finished the fight.
You're walking a lot about pressure. Does that go away with each win?
It's going to always be there. No, it might be a little less pressure each fight, but it's going to always be there. I think, honestly, I think it's going to get worse.
Okay, someone actually, I don't know who asked the question about Jake Paul. Was it Jake Paul? He said he was interested in facing.
So he was checking into the live stream, it's PFL right now, and his co-host asked him about doing a 2-fight deal, fight you in MMA, Nico in boxing, and we asked him for his response, so he gets asked him.
Nico fights at 162. I fight at 155. I have no problem with Jake Paul, but he should fight someone his own size. I don't know why he's trying to fight people smaller than him. He fought at 185 cruiserweight in boxing. Fight at 185 in MMA.
I think he did mention the he didn't actually bring up he was asked.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than me. I mean, I don't know why he's trying to fight somebody smaller than him. Fight somebody your own size. I don't understand.
Biagio, now that you're starting to get this experience under your belt, are you starting to visualize or put any sort of artificial time frames on when you may be ready to make that crossover? Is it starting to come into focus now that you're getting to where you're at?
Not even close. I still got to get a lot more fights before I'm ready to turn pro.
Last question, brother. Go ahead.
What was your favorite part about this Vegas fight week experience, fighting from your home crowd and ultimately getting the W?
My favorite part of it was just getting the W in front of my home crowd. That was the most important part to me. That's the only thing I really cared about, was just getting the win. I don't care how I got the win, but I just wanted to get the win.
Is there a message you have to your doubters?
What's that? I'm
Is
sorry.
there a message you have to your doubters?
Keep watching. If you're doubting me and you're hating on me and you're watching me, you must not be a hater. You must be a fan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.